we're here, GOHUNT showroom. I got Kenneth with me. We got Kifaru in the building, finally available in the GOHUNT Gear Shop. And we just want to run through their day, multi-day, and expedition packs that we're currently carrying. Of course, we also got a bunch of other offerings for you for bags. They got different frames too, but this is just what we want to highlight on to show you guys the products that we carry. So we're going to bring up the day packs, and we're going to get right to it.
Yep, so right there, he has the Striker XL, and then here's the Manimal. So the Striker XL, 1900 cubic inches, but has a quick access to the load shelf. If you see here, if you just unbuckle the compression straps and this top buckles here, it opens up, fillets open to a load shelf. So it's good for that day trip elk hunts, like you can throw in quarters, ready to go pack-wise. Guys that love packing sheds, this is lined with Cordura. Very strong material, so if you have the burrs in there, it's not gonna cut up the back, and you can load it up. On the back here has a MOLLE system, so you can put belt pouches on the back. Typically I'd put a large and then a medium here, but very modular bag, like you can mix and match whatever you want onto it, but good for that day trip kind of style. If you are, you have this and you want a backpack, you could open up that load shelf, put a dry bag in there, like we have camp bags. You could load all your gear into that, put it in the load shelf, pack in, dump that camp bag off, strap back on, and you're good to go. And then here, this is the Manimal. So this was designed with Levi Morgan and Aaron. It has a top lid here, it fillets open. So if like you're in the tree stand like that, fillets open, get all your stuff into here, main into the compartment of the bag. It's about as far as it opens up. So it just fillets open like a clamshell. And then on the back here is a cinch pouch. So 2200 cubic inches in the bag, then roughly about 1,000 into this back pouch here. So side access goes through, all the way passes through. There's another pocket up top you can organize stuff into. And then if you want to haul anything like this, if you guys are familiar with our Sherman pocket, this is kind of a very similar style of a bag. So it opens up, you can put stuff on the back, cinch it back to the back here. If you want to take this off and run it as a backpack, you can as well. So right here, there's shoulder straps. So you take the whole bag off, put these, attach the shoulder straps to the bottom, and you can run it as a little pack. Saw someone at Big Sky last week and run it like that. So very modular system as well. We have laser cut MOLLE on the back here, just enough space to run our belt pouches. So what I would run on back here would be a medium and then a large on the bottom if you're not running this pouch. But if you have this pouch, the cinch pouch on there, it's just good extra space. And like we were talking about before, is like this bag you can also run for a couple day trips. Just run camp into here, smallish stuff into here. You could do like a weekend trip with it. Like it is designed for a whitetail style pack, but also good for that, Western style.
Exactly. That's one thing I love too about your guys' bags. Like, yes, like you guys can design it for one thing, but you could also use it for like multiple different things. So if you're a guy that can be hunting kind of like front country, these might be perfect packs for you.
Yep.
Also, can you carry like stands and stuff with this pack too, right?
Yep. So you can carry, that's how it's kind of designed in that sense. So
awesome.
Sticks and stands, like if you can put it on the back, very good for saddle hunting. That's kind of was designed, with Levi.
Yeah.
So you can put it on the back, cinch it back to the tight to it. There's water bottle pockets here. But I was talking about before, it's like I never really put Nalgene pockets on the side here. We have a Nalgene bottle pocket you can put on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But on the side here, you can put the sticks on the side, tighten it in. Or if you're Western hunting, you can put your spotter on one side and then put your spotting scope on another and just tighten it onto the back. Or just run it in between here, put the cinch in there, have your spotter and tripod already connected.
I also love too, like the material on these bags too, super durable, that Cordura material.
Yep.
So you're not gonna get worried about anything like rubbing and breaking.
Yep, so that's sweet. 500D Cordura. It's DWR treated, so there is some water repellency with it.
Yeah.
Obviously not gonna be waterproof, but very tough. Like you're getting holes into that, you did something pretty messed up. Yeah, either fell off a cliff or something, but
cool.
Yeah.
Cool, well let's move on to the multi-day.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, what do we got, Kenneth?
So right here, this is the Bedlam. So it's good for that multi-day. I say 3 to 5. It depends on how you can pack, right?
Yep.
Because you and I could probably get 8 days out of this. But for 3 to 5, it's 4,900 cubic inches when the snow collar is fully extended. How it's folded over like this is about 3,800.
Mm-hmm.
Very modular system as well. In a sense, you can add belt pouches. So the back here, there's a MOLLE, tabs here. So you can add a belt pouch to the back. Typically, I'll put like a medium on the back here. And then the top, you can see there's tabs there as well. So you can add a belt pouch on the top, which I'll add just another medium. But when you're hunting, I'd add a lid on top and then a medium pouch here. So it's an asymmetrical bag. So you see on this side right here, there's a pocket. That's usually where I'll run, a spotting scope on that side. And then this over here has a water bottle pocket here. But what I'll put in there is just put my tripod on the side.
Do you ever carry your rifle like on the side there?
Yep. So you can. So like if you have a folding chassis,
Yep.
like XLR or anything like that, you can fold it up, put it in the side here, cinch it down. But you can also run it in the back here. Folding chassis, put the butt of the stock here,
Yep.
and then there's a strap right here that you can run it across and cinch it on.
A couple different options there for your
Yep.
style.
Yep. So whatever you got, and then also for archery, like you can put the bow of the cam in here and then cinch it across. But what's cool about our system, it's modular. So
Right.
you can take these straps off like that, and then you can run it all the way across and crisscross them if you want to cinch something real close to the back.
Yeah.
But very modular, just like anything that we have. So just slotted buckles that go into the back here. And then if I can get that back on. There we go, got it.
Cool.
So one zipper on the side here, right here.
Okay.
So it goes all the way the length of the bag, so it fillets open. So if you have quarters or anything you want to throw in there, or you want to dump camp pretty quick, just unzip all that whole zipper here, and it's going to fillet it open, pretty open. But 4,900 cubic inches total with it fully extended, and then 3,800. So I say if you want to get one pack, this would probably be the pack to get if you're just going to do weekend trips or 3 to 5 days, but compresses really well for day trips.
So this is like the pack you'd recommend for that guy that, hey, I only got like 2 weeks off, maybe one of those weeks is spent hunting. You'd recommend this pack right here?
Yep.
Cool.
So that's one thing, like our system's very modular in a sense. There's one frame, then all the bags fit onto the frame. So it's 2 purchases. You purchase a frame and a bag, but once you purchase the frame, you don't have to buy it again.
That's
Yep.
beautiful. Like
Yep.
I think people get confused so many times. It's like,
Yeah.
can this bag fit on this frame? And it's like, sorry, no. But like you guys have solved for that
Yep.
immensely.
Yep. So
Yeah.
any of the bags we have, external bags, will all fit onto here. And like we said, like the new Arc, any bags like 2012 and above, like older bags, will fit onto this Arc frame as well.
Okay, sweet.
Yep. So say if you want to have a 2-bag system, like you want to have a Striker XL, but then you want to have Bedlam,
Yeah.
you can get them both and you can throw them on there.
Yeah.
But if you're just someone that wants to buy once, then just get the Bedlam and be good to go.
Sweet. One feature too I like on this pack is this little pouch right here.
Yep.
Throw in rain gear or anything like you need to like quickly access.
Yep.
Food for the day or whatever you need, some snacks, some candy bars. I like that feature too. And on
Yep.
this material here, that kind of stretches out.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah. So it's just a back, just kangaroo pouch. You can throw stuff in real quick, like you said, rain gear.
Yep.
Or wet wipes if something gets bad real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. I also want to quickly touch on this feature here with the zipper that goes all the way down for like easily put in your spotter. That's a super sweet feature there. If you got that expensive Swaro or something like that, we got to baby those. So
Yep.
that's a sweet feature. I love this pack. And of course, it has a meat shelf too, right?
Yep. So it has a load shelf on
Load
the
shelf.
back here. You can see there's a panel, which with the new Arc frame, you can deploy the load shelf before. I don't know if you remember with the Duplex Lite, you had to take the bag off
Yeah,
to
and throw it
deploy
on.
it.
Yep.
So now you can deploy the load shelf before, take the bag off, and it's ready to go. You don't have to attach it after. And then one thing we could touch on, I guess, the Arc frame now too. So the Arc frame has one shoulder strap here. So there's one shoulder strap and there's different loops through all here.
Yep.
So if you're shorter, you'll move the shoulder straps down. If you're taller, you move it up. So like I'm 5'7", I can run this 25-inch frame. I just move the shoulder straps down. Onders or like even Brady, like they're taller.
Yeah.
They would just need to move the shoulder straps up and it's gonna fit them perfectly.
Cool.
So that's why it's nice running just that one frame, 25-inch, and then one shoulder strap that you can just move up and down.
Let's move on to
Expedition.
Expedition packs. I'm sorry, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks maybe pack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So this pack, I mean, as you guys would just see, we just launched this pack. So this is the Absaroka. It's 6580, so 6,580 cubic inches. Big bag.
Yeah.
Right? Trail's been using it.
Trail's been using it.
So if you're familiar with our stuff and like with the cutthroat, so this is very similar in a sense, it's like an external cutthroat. So we have a main access into the bag. So there's one zipper here. You open it up and you can get into the main compartment of the bag. You have it kind of fillets open. So once it goes down, you have a big panel, and then you have 2 pockets on the back. So instead of like how we have belt pouch attachments for other stuff, like this already has space ready to go. So there's one pocket up here that you go into, runs all the way down the length of the pocket, so all the way down to here, and then another one on top that goes vertical, so another compartment right here. So a lot of space that you can mix and match with. Big, so you have a top loading with it too. So top panel that goes up, so snow collar into it, but you have access through here. So if you want to access the bag without having to open the snow collar, you can. Just open that up, get right to it. You can run it with a lid. We have other lids. There's the guide lid, which is going to add like 1,200 cubic inches, and then the KU lid, which is going to add like 750.
And then side pockets right here too.
Yep. The side pockets here. So typically, like with this, I'll just run spotting scope tripod on each side.
Trekking poles maybe if you need to.
Trekking poles, anything like that. Or if you're in a hot tent and you have the poles on the side, you can just strap it to the side. So on the back here, there's 3/4 inch auto lock buckles. So these are auto locks just like our 1-inch buckles here. So you take those off. If you want to strap a bow to the back, but also a rifle, you can as well. Something I did this spring was like finding some sheds while we're out bear hunting. I just strapped them down with these auto locks and they stayed on, didn't shimmy off or anything like that. But just adds a little more modularity. You know, we build this for the hunter, and someone's going to use this, they're backpacking it, and they can just strap the bow to the back or the rifle.
Tell me a little bit about the material, Kenneth.
Yep, so the material is an ultra grid material, so it's going to replace that X pack that we had before.
Yep.
It's a waterproof material, so if anybody's looking at a bag that they want is very water resistant, one thing I say is water resistant, not waterproof, because no bag is really going to technically be waterproof if there's any sort of sewing into it. But this bag is going to take a lot of water for it to even seep through it all. Very water resistant, has AquaGuard zippers on here too. So that's one thing we just want to create. So if you're like a Western hunter, Western Coast, Oregon, Northwest, where we're from, or in Alaska, like this could be a very good bag, expedition bag, you know, good for that. You know, we want to say 10 days and stuff like that. Like, just depends on how you load, obviously.
Yeah.
But it also has a load shelf onto it, just like the Bedlam. You can pre-deploy it. So if you do have this bag loaded up with camp, you can separate it and throw it back in. Typically, I'm a haul the meat in the bag kind of guy.
Oh, you really?
Yep. Yeah.
Just dirty.
Just dirtied up.
Down and dirty.
Yep. I'm figuring like if you get stuff bloody, then you had success. So
yeah, I like it. I like your
style. Yep. Yep. But and then there's also this lined here. So this is like Cordura and X-Pack lined here. So that's going to be just, it's in more in abrasion spots. So like you're rubbing up against rocks, it's not going to cut a hole into it or anything like that. This Ultra Grid is very tough, but we just kind of want to beef up the bottoms and stuff like that.
Of course.
Yep.
One thing too I like that since Trail's been running, I've been looking at the pack.
Yep.
But with these buckles right here, you guys did not put them at like where the zipper's going to be. So like no one's going to go right here and your hands are all cold. Oh crap, like you need to get through this. So awesome design there too. And then also I'm looking at the zipper, like what kind of coating is this right here? And talk to me about a little bit and the engineering behind that.
Yep, so those are AquaGuard zippers. So that's just making it more water resistant in a way. Because there's not gonna be any sort of, like you see our other packs, that's all that fabric that's open. That's a perfect spot for water to seep through. For this, it has to go through, like see if you pinch it, like it opens it up a little bit.
Right.
It'd have to go through that for water to get into remotely. So it's just more water resistance. It's holding off that water. Like you could get some into the seam, but it's not going to flood into like it would with the other stuff.
Yeah, you guys thought about it. That's sweet.
Yep.
I got my eyes on this pack. I really want to try this pack out this year.
Yeah. This has been fun developing. Like we like to create what we call like 5-year bags or legacy bags.
Yeah.
And this is probably it's going to be one.
Yeah.
For sure.
One thing too, I will put this back down, but well, I guess we'll leave it right here so you guys admire the beauty of this pack. But one thing too I love about Kifaru and that I think we should always touch is everything is made in America.
Yep.
We're like sourced in America, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
100% American made. So when you're buying it and people like to say, man, it is expensive. And yes, it is, but you got to think you're paying American sewers.
Yeah.
American production, American pride,
Yeah.
So it's like everybody at the shop, like we talked about, like with you guys before, we talked about culture. Kifaru is a culture company because you're dealing with Americans.
Yeah.
Like we're not getting something from overseas and just shipping it out. We're making product runs, we're going home sewers and everything like that. So it's a very tight-knit group, and there's nothing better than American dream. So,
exactly. That give me a little shivers. But I love that. One thing too, I think that's awesome with Kifaru is if you look at their products and you look inside, there's a stitching and it'll tell you which sewer actually sewed that. So I think one famous one you guys have at Kifaru is Hong. That's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, Hong.
Yeah.
So I remember looking at a pack and being able to see that just, for me, it created a connection to like, of course I don't have the connection to Hong, but like just connection to the company and just like, wow, like this was actually sewn by a person in America from end to end. So I think it's super cool for the user, and then also like being able to go back to you guys, and you guys have an amazing customer service team, being able to talk to them. It never happens, but if something were to happen, send it over. We'll take care of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's awesome, and it's an American company that we're proud to be Americans. Number one, we're excited to be with GOHUNT. I feel like that's not there's no better fit than
Yeah,
you guys. So
we agree.
to be here, this is awesome.
Sweet. Well, we're excited to carry Kifaru. We're excited to start this partnership with you guys, and hopefully we can go on a couple hunts this year. And
Oh, yeah.
excited to rock these bad boys this fall.
Yep.
Sweet. Thanks, Kenneth.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Yep.